Hello everyone, Other Clouds here, and today we're gonna review some canister set from the first wave of 2009, and it's gonna be Malum, the white guy. So here's the canisters. Of course, it's the same as the other canister released in the first wave. So you got the canister lead, which is not really not represent anything at all. If you look on the other side, maybe a tower. I don't really know. Of course, it's in white because it's one of the color of Malum. Not only a color, but it's one of the shades, the white shade. Because of course, Malum is more like dark red and not normal red. For the normal red, you have to look on to go on to check out Squall, which got some normal red like that. So anyway, we're gonna have the front pictures with Barnacle, Malum, the Tornax with the new projectable, Glitter and Wet here, and also the famous background picture, which is very nice with some steps, some lava falls, lava everywhere, some rocks, stuff like that. Really an impressive background this time. So of course, every canister has a different background, and yeah, this one is really nice also. You really see the forge and stuff like that. Also, you can feel the warmth of this scene. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the back. So you just have some different poses of Malum and then one which is the Fire Agori. Also the Barnacle action figure game, which is not really that impressive at all. The fact that you can launch your Tornax, of course, or how to launch it. Anyway, it's really simple. The barcode, and the fact that you can put Malum in the canister, of course. And it's all for the canister, so very nice for the background front pictures, of course. Here's the instruction booklet, so nothing really interesting apart, of course, from the part list. And also the rules for the Barnacle action game, which are quite simple. In fact, it can be they can be summed up in these two pictures. So if you touch your canister's opponent, he loses 1 point. If you touch him, he loses 2 points. Then you have to put this point off his life counter, and then you can go where your Tornax landed. Then we show you all the set from the first wave right here, and then some nice poster ad for all the Glatorian, well, nice looking grayish. And yes, Malum is just here. Then you have some ad for the Agori and the Glatorian, really nice with all the background color behind them, excuse me. And then some ad for Fireworks Comics and Tuma, and also for the website, which is kind of nice because I think that Malum got the most, he has got tons of ads in comparison with the other guy. So anyway, that's quite all. So we're gonna talk about the set right now. So the color scheme on this one is, as I said earlier, dark red, but also dark gray with some yellow fade and some orange stuff, and also some silver color. So kind of tons of color, but the yellow and the orange color are just some minor colors. So here we go with the lower part. So yeah, I don't put off this armor. So anyway, if you look on the back, of course, it's just your average Metro Pelvis in dark gray, so nothing really new. But as you can see, the armor this time, which was released with the Bawaki first and used on Carapa or on Mantax, this time is recolored to be red with some yellow fade, or maybe yellow with some red fade, dark red fade. No, fade, F-A-D-A. Oh, so yeah, excuse me. Right. Anyway, so very nice recolors of this part. And then it's really classic for this part because we have already seen this Indica Tight armor before. Oh yeah, also we're gonna have a little double connector, not a long one, because Malum is this kind of guy which is a little bulky guy and not yeah. So this is why he's gonna have some little connectors and not long one. Yes, and we have some Vaki legs, which is not really new, apart from the red shell, which I think is darker than the first, the Vaki's one. I think it's really darker. The red shell is kind of darker, but apart from that, it's the same mold, of course. And then we're gonna have this Ordica foot, which is kind of interesting. This time in red. I think it was just recolored in white with Tekken Uva, and also in red, in dark red with this set. I do not remember any recolor apart from these two. So here it is. Kind of nice. And we're gonna also see some model Ordica foot from Kalma in this set, but for the shoulder. So anyway, here it is, and of course the connector is put like that. We're gonna talk about the upper part of the body right now. So excuse me if it's kind of bulky, so it's kind of hard to explain. So yeah, it's in fact a real simple Unica frame in yellow this time. Then we're gonna talk about the arms. So as I said earlier, we're gonna still have little double connector, but this time we're gonna have for the shoulder the Calma Ordica feet, if I can say so, because they are just the little parts in more, but in fact it's really the same part, as you can see, just a little difference in the mold. For the arms, they will use some wacky legs in this position, so it will mean that it will be blocked at 80 degrees. And then for the weapon, as you can clearly see, it doesn't really have a weapon, but it has some claws. So of course you have some connectors right there, and then you have the claw itself, which is made in two parts. This one, excuse me, I'm gonna just put this off. This one with some fire right there, and then the claws themselves. Of course, it's kind of a dark red with some orange, trans orange fade, and it really looks nice. And then we're gonna put this two parts right there. Yes, I think it's like that. This Ordica feet, Ordica leg right there. Not Ordica, excuse me. Visorac right there. And because with this axle, we're gonna link this to this part. So yeah, really nice little silver parts. I think it's do a great job with this part. And yes, also the Tornax launcher this time is put on the shoulder. You can see linked with a new neck part, if I can say so, because of the ball joint and the this part right there. So it kind of looks the Ordica neck, but this time the ball joint is in the front of the tool, not in some banded position. So yeah, we're gonna put the two silver parts of the Tornax launcher, and then the Tornax itself, with some hard plastic part in the middle black part, and then some soft plastic one on the side like that. So it's really easy to launch. Just press the two parts with your fingers, and it will work perfectly. Here we go. So I think that yes, the second arm is the same, but of course it does not own, it doesn't have any other Tornax launcher. For the head itself, as you can see, it's kind of they use the same neck. Oh, excuse me, if you can see that well. Kind of see the same neck, but put this part on there, I think, to make the head more advanced on the front. So anyway, they use the same neck part, and of course you're gonna have the Glatorian head, which is of course new, excuse me, but in trans orange color this time, so it's like Gresh or Vorox or even Squall. Then just the blue one and the white one and the blue guy, yes, which got different head colors, which are a trans yellow and trans light blue, trans blue. So yeah, here you got some axle all right there, because of course the new type of helmet got their axle on the upper side. And this one personally allows, as you can see, to have some mouth open helmet, which is really nice. But I don't really like this little part with the flames on the rear part of the helmet. And as you can see also, excuse me, it's mainly, yes, mainly dark red with some, of course, orange fade. So it's like kind of like this part. And of course on the back you've got the Metro chest cover, which will be useful to hold the life counter. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the little skull. Of course it's totally a new part, but just for the Bionicles they add the number and the skull on it. And then we're gonna add these two parts together, so quite simple in fact. Just gonna have to do this. And here we go, we have finished Malum. So we're just gonna do some turnaround of the set. And then I'm gonna talk about the articulation of this set. So, excuse me. So yeah, the articulation, so of course for first, the arms. So yeah, they kind of are a problem with the shoulder part, because of course, because of the giant part right there, and where they put, it's kind of touch all the parts around them. So as you can see, it touch, so you can't really turn this. So it's kind of a drawback. So turn this one because it touch every part, and sometimes it gets blocked right there, for example, on this on the chest armor. So it's kind of weird. Also, then you have the elbow articulation, which, as I said earlier, blocked at 90 degrees because of this part, and also because of this part, or because it's put in this way, but I think even if this part was put in the other way, it will still be blocked by this part. But the Tornado Launcher can be turned in every position, so you can turn this like that, for example, or like that. Just in every position you want. So it's still kind of nice. It's the same for the other arm. The head can look down or even in the body, as you can clearly see. Kind of look up. And on the side, but yeah, because of the big armor, it kind of hard, but it still can turn on the side. Of course, hands are kind of limited on this point, but can turn in some nice pose, so it's okay. For the legs now, so you can turn this all the way up. Of course, this does not really. Ah yes, of course, yeah. It can also be blocked because of this part, which block on the pelvis part. Sometimes it's blocked, but yeah. I think most of the time it's okay, but yeah. And of course, the feet, because they are handicap feet, can't really be put on, be put up, as you can see, because if I try to put like this, it will be, the two parts will be falling off, so I just can put this part like that. So yeah, in fact, Malumi, I think, is one of the worst articulated sets from the first wave, in fact. It's really hard to manipulate. And with that, we're gonna talk about the pros and cons. So of course, one of the cons, as you may know, is the articulation. The parts are maybe too big, so this means that the parts touch themselves in every position, and it's kind of hard to you can do some pose like that, for example, which is really looking nice, but it's kind of limited. So yeah, the articulation are really a drawback for me on this set. Also, the parts aren't really that new, apart from the new shade of red, which is darker than the other, but apart from that, you just have, in fact, the head, the helmet, the weapon like that, and this part and this one. So it's not as much as some other Gator set. Of course, you have this part, but I think because they are on every set, it does not count. It's like the head also. So not really tons of new parts, and so I think that will be seriously the articulation and the new parts are kind of a problem for me. The design also is pretty simple because in fact it's just your Unicast design, but because of all the other stuff, I think the design is pretty nice. It's not really to be put on the drawbacks, but maybe more on the pros, because yeah, for me one of the pros is the design, because it's really nice to have some bulky. One bulky little guys. So it's kind of like the Carapa and stuff like that, even if it's really different than Carapa. Just compare the two of them. So yeah, what he got is little nice design with his big claws and his short legs and short arms also, excuse me. So yeah, he really has this point which really make him a unique set, even if you have some problems. So yeah, really a unique design. Overall, of course, an overall unique design, because of course, if you look closely on the frame, it's already seen on the Unica. So yeah, but if you look on the overall side, it's really a nice one, seriously. And yeah, I think that will be all. And also, yeah, the weapon are really great. So yeah, for me, seriously, the drawback are the articulation and maybe not that much part. And for me, the good points are the overall design of the set. And apart that, of course, I do not really see any good points, apart, of course, this weapon. So yeah, some parts are really nice, but they are too limited there's not that many parts, so it's kind of weird. And I think that, yes, that will be all on this set. So personally, I'm not really fond of this set, but I still think it's a good one, because just of the overall design which makes him really different from the design which make him really different from the other set, from the other Gator set. And then because it's my last review, my last Gator review I record, I'm gonna show you all the Glatorian together for the first one, of course. So here's Malum. We're gonna have some Tawix joining the fun right there. So don't, even if they will not be in group shot, I'm gonna move, of course, the webcam to show you them all in one shot. And then I'm gonna do, of course, a little sum up on this wave, which I really like personally. Like that, maybe more like that. And yeah, just Squall to put on this on the group shot. So I'm just gonna do this. Put him side by side with Strack. And here we go. So here we go. Gresh, Tawix, Malum, Vorax, Strack, and Squall right there. And yeah, I'm gonna try to maybe. So excuse me for the artificial light, which make Strack really shiny. And I think that will be all of this set. So I'm just gonna do a little yes like that. So excuse me if you can't really see well all of the set, but I think this will be I think this will be nice. So yeah, for me this wave is one of the best with the 2007 wave, like for example the Bawaki wave, because they are first of all really all different. So you can say that also in 2008 they were also all different. But I don't know, in 2008 they were all okay for me, but not really that entertaining. I do not know, I do not really like that much this 2008 years, but I really like this wave because first of all, they are all really different, really, even if some share the same Inika frame. Also, some of them do not own Inika frame but have some custom frame, like for example Strack or Squall, which are really nice. Also, the color scheme on all of the six is really beautiful, it's really colorful. You got some tan, some three-colored shame, some black and red, some orange, yellow, dark red, this gold part right there, this lime part with some dark green. Really, seriously, it's colorful and refreshing, and seriously, this is one of the best color scheme, and they will continue to do that on the second wave of 2009, and it will also be really cool. Seriously, also the second wave of 2009 is really nice on the color scheme section. So the color scheme, the frames, the fact they are all different, and I do not know. Also the new parts introduced are quite nice. So yeah, I'm not really fond of the hands and stuff like that, but still all the masks are pretty cool, and also all the weapons are quite nice because yeah, in fact they do not really introduce tons of new other parts, as you may have seen. Seriously, they reused tons of times the Mechu legs, and also tons of times some Inika parts. In fact, they just introduced this tight armor right there, and also maybe I think that's all in fact. Yes, also this shoulder armor right there. And apart from that, it's all about weapon and helmet, and I think they will do that nice. But yeah, so in fact, it's still, I think, maybe if they introduce some arms or just one type of legs, it would have been even more cool, even cooler. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, apart from this little disappointment, seriously, all of the sets are really nice, and it's all up to you to choose which one you prefer. But I think they all got their pros. There is no set that is really bad or stuff like that. Seriously, they all got their pros and cons. All got the overall unique design, even if their frame is not really that original at all or stuff like that. For example, if you look at Tawix, it doesn't really own an original frame, but that's the same for Gresh, but it used some interesting parts like the shoulder part right there. So yeah, seriously, this wave works. So yeah, this wave is really one of the best of vehicle for me. So just my opinion this time. I'm not going to be objective on this one, but I still think even to be objective, this is one of really an interesting wave. In fact, even if the parts are quite the same from the same legs and stuff like that. But apart from that, it's all good for me. So that's all for my reviews on Malum and also on the 2009 first wave. I hope you enjoy them and also enjoy the Malum review. I also hope you have your own opinion on all the set. And I think this will be all. So see you later for another Binding Capital review. Bye bye.